Hello, my name is Ryan Merlian, and I'm the conveying product engineer here at Novatec. Today I'm here to talk to you about some of the service that will be done to your Novatec vacuum receivers. The two receivers behind me are the VR and the Premium Series VRX. Now the tips that we're going to provide to you will apply to a majority of legacy vacuum receivers along with these two units that are here. One of the primary maintenance items on a vacuum receiver will be the pellet screen, or the filter. And that's typically located above the receiver body chamber and below the lid. In our case, it acts as a sealing gasket as well. So what this filter does is it separates the plastic pellet material, or regrind, from the airstream as it's being pulled through and the air is going back to the central vacuum pump. This would be an item that will be applied in both vacuum receivers, but maintenance to either one will be a little different. One, you'll see that our VR has a band clamp assembly. So what you'll have to do is you'll actually have to physically pull the band on the receiver. So we'll pull this open, you'll drop the band. Now you may have flex hose here, so you'll have to pick this up with one hand and may be able to hang off to the side depending on how you have your system, or you'll have to hang it somewhere. Then what you'll do is you'll be able to pull the filter, inspect it, make sure it's good, clean it with compressed air if you need to, or swap it out with another filter that you have. So then once you're done, you put it back in, always expanded metal facing up. You put that back on, place the lid back in place, and then you'll clamp right back to the receiver body and lock. Now you've addressed the filter on that one. But if you have a hinge lid receiver, so this would apply to legacy VRH, legacy VRM, and our current VRX product line, where you have 3 butterfly latches. You'll pop these 3 latches. There's a third one back here. You'll lift the lid and lock it in place. So now you actually have both your hands. You don't have to worry about the lid being taken off like on the VR. Everything is integrated into the receiver. Now you can pull the filter and do the same thing. Check the filter screen, expanded metal always facing up, place back inside, and then you can close the lid and latch it up. But before we close this lid, there's actually another maintenance item that is found within the receiver chamber. It is our check valve gasket. Now, this gasket will only be critical in situations where you have a common line conveying system, or in situations where you have a fantail manifold system, where you have a single source to multiple destinations. So what this gasket does is it seals off each chamber, preventing a vacuum leak to the rest of the system since there's a common material source. So this gasket, real simple to change. You'll pull the filter out, you'll go behind what we call our deflector, or the actual valve, pop this chisel gasket off. So you'll have this chisel gasket that you'll be able to pull out, make sure it's in good shape. You don't have to pull it out if it's in good shape, but if you have questions on it, take it out, replace it with a new one. And you'll put it back in the chamber. It'll slide right on top of the flange that's in there. Put the filter back in. Close your lid with either method that's available to you. Latch it back down, and you should be good to go. Now, besides that gasket, there's one more location. It's at your discharge valve. In both situations, we are gasketed in order to have a good seal on the discharge. So here, you'll have a single access point. You'll have an access point that's readily open and available to you, so you can go up inside. Well, if you have an access door on your destination, to go up inside and be able to pull and inspect that gasket. If you don't have access to the bottom, you'll actually have to physically pull the receiver, lay it down on its side, and have access to it. And that will be a little bit more of a venture. With the VRX, and VRM, you'll actually have to look and have access to the flapper as well. Same situation. However, in this case, there's actually shrouds on either side. So what this allows you to do, in a situation where you don't have access below, you'll be able to pull the receiver and stand it down on these shrouds. However, you still have to have access to the gasket. So you'll have to lay the receiver down anyway, Flip the flap open and pull the gasket off. If the gasket's in good shape, it can stay on, or you can put a new one on. So those are the primary maintenance items that are on a vacuum receiver. If you have any other questions or would actually like info on the receivers that we offer today, feel free to visit www.novatec.com or reach out to one of our sales representatives for info and a quote. Thank you for watching.